Hi folks, welcome back to the Addicted Bookworm. How you guys doing today? I hope all of you have had a very great week. Alright, so today we're going to be doing a 1 month review of my Kobo Libra Color, a device that I never thought in my wildest dreams I would ever own. And I have an announcement to make. I am going to be moving away from Kindle, so I'm going to be reading the books I already have, but I'm not acquiring any more new books. So, I have decided to just let my Kindle Limited expire, and then that will be it. I'm not going to get any more. I'm not doing Kindle Limited anymore. Which is good because I only have one fantasy book that's on Kindle Limited on my device, so I'm just let that go back to Amazon and all that because this is my favorite e-reader. The Kobo Plus is a great value. Next week I'm going to be upgrading my Kobo Plus to include audiobooks, so I will be able to listen to as many audiobooks as I want, which is going to be great. I'm going to really have a lot of fun. Alright, so I got this last, let's see here, got it last month. It arrived on the 5th, and it cost me $199.99 because Kobo was having a Mother's Day sale to try to get these in the hands of more women and more people in general. And Amazon was also having their deal as well to try to get people to either stay with Kindle or to come into the fold and all that. Alright, so let's start off with the obvious. The difference between my Kobo Libra Color and a Kindle of any kind is that with the Kindle, they are trying to always try to get you to basically to buy stuff. You know, oh, you gotta buy books, gotta buy books. It just encourages the hoarding of books. It just does. And that's something that, you know, I'm working through my own collection of books, and this is a great device where you can have a whole bunch of books and it's not all over the place. So if you're living in a small apartment or you're still living with your parents and you don't have the room for books and bookcases and stuff like that, this is perfect. So I have the official Kobo stylus. I am going to be doing a 1 month review of this device as well. This device, I only charged it once so far, and it's still working. It does not need me to recharge it again. So one of the things that people love about their Kobo Libras is the notebooks. I have, I think, I have 7 files here for books that I've already read that I've enjoyed using the stylus to write on. It also is great if you are trying to use the stylus to help improve your penmanship, which is something that I really needed to do. So you have like mine has like books I'm reading, and create a wish list of books you're interested in. Great thing is that if you go and get a book off your wish list, it automatically deletes. My books, borrow ebooks from your public library. I generally check out one ebook from on my Kobo like every other week. This week I am going to be checking out Billionaire Blend, I believe it's called. It's a the Coffee House Mystery. Alright, then you have Discover And like, I think it was last week, I picked up a book called Three Bags Full. That is actually the book that the movie The Sheep Detectives is based on. And I have not yet read that book. I will read that book probably next week. And if I can get to see the movie before it leaves theaters, I'll go and see the movie. But I wanted to kind of read the book before I watch the movie. And I will be honest, in all honesty, I did not know that it was actually based on a cozy mystery until I saw this. You have like my wish list, and you have recommendations. Recommendations is always based on what you have read or what Kobo thinks you're interested in reading, but you're not obligated to buy anything. And sometimes they're on Kobo Plus. Then you have more. That's just your thing within the system. And then we have my books, and we have those. Three Bags Full was the latest book that I purchased. So yeah, I am. I'm really excited. And then I can press little buttons, and I can add that to a collection. And I'm gonna swipe up, and we'll do TBR. And there you go. And then you can go to collections, and you can see your collections and everything. So yeah. So another thing that I really like about this device is that it has a little lip here, and I can just rest my thumb against it, and it's not impossible to hold. I know people have pop sockets on their devices. I don't need it because my wrist muscles are good. I really see the only people that really have that issue is people that were born with weak muscles, or they've been constantly on their cell phone and their muscles are underdeveloped. Yeah, I actually read that somewhere. If it's written by a doctor, it's most likely true. So I don't need a pop socket. I don't. I decorated my very low amount. I just love this right here. And next month, I'm going to change it up to something more summery and everything. So I like that the power button is behind here, just like with my Kobo Clara, which is on the other side, but still. And of course, the charging port is right here where my little thing is. I decided to put this on here mainly because I've had these dust plugs for months and months and months and months. So it's not like, I'm adding a new thing. Now, unlike Kindles and Nooks, if you're not reading anything, if you haven't opened up any book, this will be blank, so you know that you don't have anything opened. It's a great way for people like me to kind of not find myself overwhelmed by the number of books that I have, because if I'm just looking at one book, that's good. That's good. I love it. I love the fact that this is waterproof. I love the fact there's 32 gigabytes of storage. It's for 150 ebooks and 150 audiobooks and thousands and thousands of ebooks. Sorry. So you're never going to run out. So one of the biggest things that people complain about is the color. So this is a color e-reader. So let's go to my books I'm reading. So let's do The Weird Terror. This is number 3. There we go. And then, now, I will say this, I actually acquired this last month. So, what I'm going to do is once I'm done not done reading this book, I'll read the next one. But I will say this. There is absolutely nothing wrong with this color at all. Then you can press it and yeah, look at that. I don't care if people say this color is really good. It's The Wrath of Satan, Isle of Doom, Death Song, Escape, and Air Knight. So we'll go to Wrath of Satan. Yeah. So, yeah. So, there's more of that. You don't have to, with these, you don't have to like blow them up. So yeah, I mean, you can tell that this is like a digitized copy. Okay. So, yeah. So, and then it's like, up here it'll say like 11% red, and then like 13% red down below. So, yeah, it's just really great. And then, if you turn it off, if you press the button once, if they'll show you a cover that the cover will be whatever book that you're currently reading. But if you turn it totally off, same cover art appears. Then I have this little button pressed, and it allows me to, to turn it back on. I think that it took off. Um, so let's see here. Yeah, it looks like one thing I have a problem with this one. It looks like they took a chunk of this off. So I don't even know like what the heck happened. I guess he took like, I don't know. I guess it's his deal or something. Yeah. That's the only thing that I really don't like about this one, because it's like it just took off. So, Yeah. Alright. Now it says I got 26% red. Then if you go back onto the home page, it'll just show that. So, as I said, I love, another thing is I love highlighting. So, if I've shown this to you before, I'm sorry. But as much as I understand why people like to use the cheaper stylus as long as it works with the Kobo, I just feel like that it's inviting all sorts of like mechanical issues or certain issues when you use an off brand. Anyways, like I said, I bought this a week after I got my a week after I got my e-reader, so it wasn't super expensive. And you know, it's like, yeah, it was a good deal. I like that this is waterproof. I like the fact is I can carry a library of all of my favorite books. And in all honesty, Kobo Plus's audiobook service is a lot cheaper than Amazon's audiobook service. I know that this month they teamed up with Storygraph, which is great. I have not yet gotten my update for my Storygraph. So I'm going to be looking for that. This device is now one of the. Well, I'm gonna rephrase that. One of the things that I really don't like. This is not Kobo. It's people. Is that they go and they're like telling people, well, if you don't believe in annotating, this device is not for you. This is for people that annotate. I'm like, excuse me. I annotate. I don't annotate heavily, but I annotate. And if I want to buy a device that people in the annotating community believes is only for them, I have the right to buy it. I just feel like that the annotating community has taken this device and has said, oh, this is only for us. We're the only ones allowed to own it. You're not allowed to own it. And it's like, that's not even like what the company is even like saying. They're not, they're not coming on there in their little press release and telling people, oh, unless you annotate, don't even think about buying our product. I just feel like that Kobo, and this is not an attack on Kobo at all, but I think that as much as I'm enjoying this device a lot, I have been reading on this device every day that I've gotten it, and I'm still going to continue to use it every day because it is just a really good e-reader. But I feel like that when we were going the whole thing with Amazon basically shutting off support for older Kindles, everybody got on there and said, you just have to buy this Kobo. I bought this Kobo because I have a Kobo Clara, and I love my Kobo Clara. I think my Kobo Clara is a really good device. So of course I want the Kobo Libra Color, not because it's in color and everything, but because I've just been enjoying being the Kobo ecosystem. I've enjoyed everything about it. And yes, highlighting in different colors is really great. I have fun with it. I love the notebooks because I can put notes down on things. It has just been one really amazing kind of experience. But I just wish that people would stop trying to tell people, oh, if you don't annotate, don't even bother getting this device. This device is for people that want to annotate. No, this device is for people that want to sit down and read books. That's what the device is for. And I'm just having a lot of fun with it. I love the idea of reading old comics from like way back before the Comic Code Authority even got control. And it's so much fun. I love it. And yeah, people are like, oh, the colors aren't vibrant. First of all, this this is the colors they were in. So I don't want to hear it. This man has so much bad luck. I love it. I love it. There is something so great. Like, I just want a heart. Um, I love it. I love the fact is that you can make it as bright or as muted as you want. Um, it's a great device, and it's definitely worth the money I spent on it. And yeah, I mean, people complain, oh, my favorite authors aren't, on there and everything. And I'm like, well, if they have an audiobook, it's probably on Kobo. Like Max the Cat, The Mysteries of Max. Last week, I listened to the second Max the Cat's book, and sorry, I was drinking milk, and it was really good. I really enjoyed it. Like you can write on there. Um, like just like wow, he learned you can't hide from Satan. And then look at that. I just but yeah. But yeah, it's great. I'm having a lot of fun with it. And of course, I know during this video I've been playing with it a little bit. I'm still playing with it. I am still playing with this device. Even a month later, I'm still playing with this device. The audiobook play is really good. I think it's just as good, or maybe a little bit better than the Kindle. But just like the Kindle, if you're listening to audiobooks, you can listen to it on your headphones, and that's good. It just feels like to me that Kobo, especially their colored e-readers, and a lot of people had like issues with the color soft. I just feel like that with Kobo, they really spent the time to develop a really good e-reader that was in color and everything. And it's just a lot of fun to read and a lot of fun to use. And I mean, that's why, like, as I said before, when I am done reading all of my Kindle books, I will, that'll be it. That'll be the end of my Kindle time. Alright. So anyways, I'm going to get back to my comic book, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.